super hot in Texas today. It's been like this for a week, but so I'm gross and kind of sweaty, so just bear with me. I did get my hair done today. For those of you who have been following me for a long time, yeah, you know I have alopecia, and alopecia is an autoimmune disorder that affects and attacks my hair follicles. And so for the last probably since 26, I've probably lost a third to all of my hair at different points in my life. And recently, I just went today and actually got my first haircut for quite some time. It's been almost a year and a half since the last one. But I used to have to wear wigs all the time, so you'll notice sometimes I have my hair up, sometimes I have my hair down. But I went to the hair salon today, and it was pretty exciting for me. I've been on the waiting list since February. She said she wasn't willing to work on my hair because it was pretty damaged, and then it just had spots all over. So I'm excited because she saw me today, and we of course wore masks and did the sanitizing, and I was her only customer there. And I told her, do what you want with it, because with my hair, I don't even know what bald spots I have in back. I do know for probably since I've been 26, I actually don't grow hair in the back of my head. For some reason, the hair follicles, they just don't stimulate to work anymore, and so I'm praying that eventually my hair will all come back. But right now, I'm doing pretty good. She said there's no new growths, or there's no new bald spots, and a lot of my hair grew in. But now that it's coming in, she says I have what's called hair birthmarks. So on the sides, it all comes in white. And then I've got big patches of white here. So she went through and dyed it back to as much of my natural hair color as she could, and then added white in it to help blend everything together. So I'm pretty excited. Yay, I got a haircut and I got it dyed. So that's my exciting part of the day. But getting back to the wheels, I had it probably just this week. I've had about 20 people message me asking me about wheels and why wheels are so important. So I decided, for those that have been here before, I rearranged this area. I'm kind of stressed out a little, so I'm doing a lot of rearranging, moving things around, trying to see what works. Eventually, the big piece in back, I'll show before and after pictures of what I'm going to do to that piece. And I set the little area up so when Sammy's here, she'll be able to sew with me. And then here is my sewing area. 2 of my machines are in for repair right now, so I'm using one. And I'll eventually be redoing this thing too, so I'll show befores and afters of it. The one piece right in back, where is it at? Where's my finger? Okay, hold on. This is really hard to do. The white one right there, I actually redid that one just recently, and so that was pretty exciting. So I'll show you guys as I go. I just find that making things better out here makes my stress levels go down. And this barn is a work in progress for going on almost 2 years. So I'll eventually show you guys what it looked like before. And if you go past 2 old videos, you'll see befores and then what it's looking like now. So obviously it's a huge work in progress. We'll eventually put walls up. We're dealing with some termite damage, and so we'll do things as we have it, but until then, I just kind of keep moving stuff around just to create some fun for me. So, getting back to wheels. I have wheels to explain to you different things. One is, this one is the most common. People send me and ask me if it's safe. Okay? I always say it's not the safest. And the reason why I say that, this wheel specifically, a lady just lost one of her gliders because of the spacing in between here. If a glider gets here and this is moving, they can get their tails wrapped up in this place, and it can deglove them and it can kill them, or their bodies get caught in here because there's not enough space. I'll show you on safe wheels. Another reason is right in here is a solid bar. If you Google it, you'll see that gliders have been degloved on their tails. The flaps of their skin have been caught in these, and it's deemed unsafe because it's taken the lives of some animals. I'm getting a lot of messages popping in right now, so I'll message you all back after. See how hot it is? I'm so gross and sweaty. I'm sorry. It's warm in here. Okay, so that's just 2 of the reasons why this wheel is not recommended. Another reason is when they're running, all their poo and pee is staying inside here. So they're running and the poo and pee is flinging all over them. So it makes it so it's not very hygienic for them. And then also, because the bar is here and it's such a threat to the glider, when gliders run, they're constantly jumping, 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 jumping. They don't have that allowance here in this wheel. So I will always suggest that people do not have this in their cage. If you've bought one and realize now, oh gosh, I shouldn't have one, take the metal out, flip it on its side, put little flea strips and little toys and stuff, and have this be like a little ball pit, so that way your money doesn't go to waste. Still have fun popping up in and out of it and playing with toys and all that kind of stuff, but this is not considered safe, okay? So please know that. Now, they do make wheels where it's got some mesh in here, which is better, but it's still not allowing the bouncing that they need. And then also they have a plastic clear kind of thing that goes around the bar, so it makes it safer. It still just doesn't allow for the bounce that they need, okay? So these ones I do not suggest, and many others do not suggest getting them. If you've already gotten one, this was included with one of my gliders I got, so I just use this as an example of what not to use. But you can turn it, take the metal out and turn it into a ball pit, make it something safe for them to be able to use. But as a wheel, it's not recommended, okay? Now I'll grab a couple that are. Oh wait, actually, let me talk about this real quick. I get a lot of messages about these. Are they safe? Answer, not recommended. Okay? So it has a lid, which I have somewhere around here. I don't know. I keep this stuff around so I can show people when they come here why it's not safe. But hedgehogs and gliders should not be in these because these little things get their nails caught in it and can rip off their nails, okay? So safer alternative for gliders is the roundabout. I saw my first one in person last week when a couple came to pick up their gliders. They had one, and it's huge. I mean, I will be ordering one because it's so cool, and it's a roundabout. I believe Joanne, she's in the glider community. She makes them. But they're beautiful, they look great, they're safe, the customer loves them. So doing something like that is safer than doing something like this. So these are not good. Pretty much anything you can get at a pet store locally that does not specialize in gliders or hedgehogs, a lot of their wheels are unsafe. So please, whoever you're getting animals from, message the breeder first, and if you still have questions, please message me and I'll help refer you to people that can make them or how you can get something that's safe, that's made for them, and will last a long time. Yes, Joanna Teague, that's it. Thank you, Lisa. I saw my first one. I hear about them. I just never seen one. And then I saw one, and I was like, this is amazing, so I'm going to have to order them. But, so these are not safe. These are not safe. Okay? Now, better options. I know a lot of people like to buy wheels used, and that's okay. I've done it, and I will still do it. I pulled some of mine. So I'm going to start out with the most used that I see is the Freedom wheels. We all know that there was some safety concerns, and they're big concerns. We have a roundabout, and the gliders love it. That's awesome. I think, like I said, I saw it. I was very impressed with the quality of it, so I'll be getting one. So with these, the reason why I'm showing you this wheel is because this wheel is awesome, and I love them, but this is considered unsafe. It doesn't have the protective disc that you can glue on. And then also what they found was that when the gliders are running, this center part can break off. And so the creators are no longer in business. They retired early. But before they did that, they created this to go on. So I thought it was important. If anyone's purchasing used wheels, it's your responsibility to ask the person who you're purchasing from if it has the disc on it, because you can pop that off and see if the disc is there. It's like a little piece of like thick sandpaper. So it's your job to make sure it's safe before purchasing it, okay? These wheels are great, but you have to be careful and know what you're doing when using them. So what's going to happen before this one goes back in the cage is this is going to be installed on it, which is the safety feature to make this more stabilized, because gliders have passed away from this falling from the center and falling on the glider. So it's real important if you're purchasing used wheels. That's so funny. I don't know what's going on with me. It's the heat. Please make sure you're checking to see what's in the center. And then I believe Cindy starts with a B, and I could be wrong, but I believe Cindy still sells these. And she does sell the safety features for them. So you can just message her and ask for the safety features and switch them out yourself. This, I believe, was like $11, maybe $12, and then you had to pay for shipping on it. And then I think the disc might have been free. I just had to tell her how many wheels I had. But I could be wrong. I bought a bunch of different things at one time, so I'm not really sure if I was charged for it. So this is important. It's a good, safe wheel. Look at how open it is. And it allows jumping safely. There's no bar in the middle to get a tail caught or the flaps of their skin caught on. Okay? Another thing is when I like the ones that hang from the sides. Not all my wheels do this. But if they do hang from the side, make sure each one is hooked on. Let me get this to the right. Each hook is actually hooked onto a bar in the cage. And then I like to run a zip tie through the back and zip tie it to the cage for extra stability. Okay, if anybody has questions, let me know, but I'm specifically doing this video because I get so many questions a week about wheels. Wheels are very important. In the wild, gliders run miles a night. Because they're in captivity here, they don't have that. So we owe it to them as owners to provide something that will help them burn off that energy. So having a wheel and a good cage is the two most important investments that you do that last a very long time for your glider. Now the other one, I can't remember exactly what this one was called, but you can see the mesh on the sides. It's kind of bouncy. And so this one is another great open face wheel. It could be either the Raptor or one of them. I think it might be the Raptor. But these are also really good wheels. You can see the spacing in the back. It's enough for a glider to go in between if they want to go in and out and then not get their stuff caught. Compared to, you see the difference on how close that is compared to this. Okay, so it's really important to make sure you're looking at what you're purchasing. Okay, so this one is another good, safe wheel. Okay, then I like to call them the Mercedes of the wheel. I love the bourbon wheel. Okay, this one's got the bounce. See how it does that? It's got an extra bounce feature that makes the glider work a little harder for it. And I love her wheels. They're big. You can fit 4 or 5 in here. And they're awesome. Do you see how it's got that bounce? The only thing that I think kind of stinks is I like when my wheels hang from the side. That doesn't have that as a feature for bourbons. But it doesn't matter. I still have her wheels in my cages. I love them. They last a long time. If you hear noises coming from them, message her. She'll help you out. And she tells you what to do to fix it. If you still can't fix it, then she'll have you send it back and she'll take care of fixing it for you. Okay, so these to me, they last forever. They're amazing. That's why I call them the Mercedes. They're a great investment and it seems like they last forever. Plus it gives them the extra fun bounce. And sometimes it does take a little bit for your glider to figure it out. But once they do, it's just so much fun to watch them go on it. And it's obviously got a lot of space in between, so you don't have to worry about your gliders getting stuck. Okay, the thing that's important when washing these is just to make sure you're not getting water up in the bearings. Okay, so these wheels are the ones that are suggested. This kind is not, and once you get at the pet store, like the Comfort Wheel, the something Silence, whatever. A lot of the wheels, they aren't. They've got areas in them that make it unsafe where they're running in their feces, or it's unsafe where their nails can get caught in it. So please be aware of what you're putting in your cages. These are some amazing investments, And though 65 plus shipping seems like a lot, hey Brittany, yeah, Nadia, I love, you just picked up the bourbon wheel here, and I'm a huge fan. I just got to be honest with you. I tell people to pick up this one if you're really looking for great quality. These other ones are great too. It's just I've found that working with the bourbon ones are awesome. Some cages don't have enough space for it, so you will have to go to a different one that can mount on the side. But they're awesome to have. So, and even if this doesn't fit in your cage, because these are big wheels, sometimes it doesn't fit. Do it and put her wheel in there for tent time and watch them go. They love it. So those are what I wanted to go over and what I wanted to say about wheels. So now I can refer everybody to this video. And any other questions, please feel free to ask. I think that's about it, unless anybody wants to chat about anything. I'm still totally excited about my hair, though. I have 4 more sessions I'll have to do to really get out the dye that I put in there over the last few years, but it's helped blend in. And she said I'll never be able to cover up my birth spots, but she can accentuate them, so that was exciting for me. So other than that, I guess I don't know much else, so I will let y'all go and then talk to you later. Bye. I gotta get my off button on this. Whoop. Just dropped mine. Sorry guys, I'm terrible with doing this kind of stuff. Alright, hold on.